could you imagine that? I got banned out of the ZooMafia 8s, and then like some little challenger team that I got beat like Zuma's team challenge.
You already made your name in like ZooMafia 8s. Man, like there's snow in the Challengers Cup, you know, like.
Yeah, hilarious. Like the fact that some people have like just the courage to be able to just message somebody some of the things that I've been messaged is so crazy. But like I had one guy like ask if I would like fight with his baby mama too much.
Do you think there will ever be a female Call of Duty pro?
This could be us. So back to what I was saying. Could be us. Say please. Could be us. Say please. Could be us. Say please. Could be us. She gotta say please.
On this level, I guess the burrito level. Like I love talking on the burrito level. Like,
say please.
All right, yo guys, welcome back to another episode of the Borito Talk podcast. I am your host, Borito, the #1 CDL ESPN analyst / content creator in the world. And I have another guest today, the first guest of 2026. She is considered one of the best female competitive Call of Duty players in the world right now. She is the main slayer for GG Torn. She is terrorizing BPL 8s, ZooMafia 8s, every 8s you find her in, she's there. Where she goes, she makes it snow. Her name is Cadence, otherwise known as xosnows. How are you today?
I'm doing really good. Super excited to talk about a bunch of stuff, and yeah, I'm super excited. How are you?
Good. How was that intro? I literally just made that up.
It's a good intro. It was a good intro. Are you sure you didn't have that scripted? That was a good intro. I'm not gonna lie. That was good.
Right now, just made that up.
That was good. That was good.
Sometimes I impress myself. Sometimes I impress myself. Lovely.
Round of applause. Round of applause. That was good. It's a good intro.
All right. So for those of you guys who don't know, because I think everyone's so focused on the CDL, there is a female competitive Call of Duty space out there, you know? There is a female competitive, and there's actually like a lot of good players in there. I remember watching it last year, Black Ops 6, there was like the female COD League. We'll get into that a little bit later, but Snows, the episode is all about you. So I am curious from your POV. I ask a lot of people this question. It's like the most generic main question asked, but where did it all start for you? What was the first Call of Duty that you got into? How did you even start gaming, actually?
Honestly, I grew up in a really big family. I had 5 brothers and a dad that all played the game, and so I'd played since I was young. Just like Nintendo and like fucking Super Mario Brothers and stuff like that. That's probably the first like actual game I played. It's like Super Mario Brothers, but
my favorite.
For like COD, I would say I think the first COD I ever played was like World at War, but it was like World at War Zombies, and they used to freak me out when I was a kid. And then when I got a little bit older, probably like maybe like 9, 10, I started like actually playing multiplayer on like OG MW2, Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3, stuff like that. And then I obviously played other games. Like I played a lot of Gears of War, and I played a little bit of Halo and stuff, but I probably started playing like strictly only COD after like Black Ops 4 and up. So everything after Black Ops 4 is when I started like really competing. But yeah, I don't know. I always played ever since I was young, and it just kind of came because that was what my siblings did and my dad did, and just kind of stuck.
Okay, so did the other Call of Duties in between, like the Black Ops 3s and all that stuff, did that stuff just not captivate you as much, or was it just like pubs in those games?
Well, Black Ops 3, I had played Arena, because it used to be Arena, it wasn't rank play, it was Arena. And I used to play that, and then that's when I really I started kind of playing more competitively, but I still like enjoyed other games, and I didn't really think anything more of it than just like, oh, it's just a game mode. But Black Ops 4, I think, is when I really started watching like the CDL and I started paying attention to it. And I was like, dude, that'd be really fun to compete in. And then that's when I kind of took it more seriously and started playing for money. Um, but before that, it's not necessarily that the games weren't captivating. I just think I was really young when the games were out, so I didn't really think about it in like a
Yeah.
competitive way until I got a little older. Because I was like 14 when Black Ops 4 was out. So I was only like 11 when Black Ops 3 was out. I was like really young, so I wasn't like paying attention to any of it.
Mm. So who was the first? I'm not sure if you would remember, but who was the first pro that you saw, or the first
Scump.
game that? Oh, Scump. Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah. No, it was 100% Scump for sure.
Is he like your COD father? Is he the one that inspired you to start watching competitive COD?
Honestly, a lot of it when I first started watching competitive, I used to watch like a lot of the it wasn't necessarily the gameplay, it was like the edits of like people like talking shit and like standing up at the LAN and like talking shit to each other.
Okay.
That's like what I thought was funny, and so I started watching like the scum clips and stuff, but to actually like take it seriously and play better, I would say it was probably like Formal. I think Formal's like because I love Formal. Like from a gameplay aspect, Formal, but like a personality aspect and like just being fucking funny is probably like Scum. And like Nade Shot, because I really like Nade Shot too. I still like Nade Shot, but
Did you see Formal? Um, did you see Formal only from like highlights? Because I think in like Black Ops 4 he was like on LG, and I'm not sure how many people were paying
yeah,
attention to
there
him on
was
LG.
yeah, that roster was yeah. No, I didn't pay attention to him when he was like actively competing like in the year that I started watching it, but I watched like a lot of like the original like Advanced Warfare highlights and
Mm.
like fucking what you call it. And like I went back and like watched when he played Halo and stuff. So, I don't know. I always liked Formal like once I started like watching him play because I do think he's probably like one of the best, I would say, probably top three, like competitive players.
Oh yeah,
So
he was
that's
aura, like skinny, formal with the backwards hat, like
strict aura, strict
just
aura. Yeah,
aura. Yeah, just aura all
yeah.
around. So when you started competing or playing the game competitively for money in Black Ops 4, how did you find people to play with, or did you just start playing 1v1s?
Well, it's actually really funny because right now, like the scene for like COD, like how everybody knows each other is like on Twitter. But like back in like Black Ops 4, it was like on Instagram. Like the whole scene is on Instagram. So
Instagram.
I had yeah. So I would play like public match S&D and I had met this one guy and his tag was like fucking Haya or something. It was Haya or something like that. And I started playing with him. And then he introduced me to some people, like this guy named Colin, this other guy named Noah, and some other people. And then I met my current best friend still, Jen. Which we're on a team together still this year. I met Jen, and then they were all like, "Oh, make an Instagram account. Like, all these people are, they all are on Instagram, da 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 da." And so I was like, "Okay." So I make an Instagram account, meet all these fucking people, start, talking to people and hanging out with people, and then it kind of just, I think, went on from there. Um, but yeah, no, that community was bad. That community was really toxic. Everybody was like a fucking asshole. So I only talked to like one person. There's only a couple people left that I knew from back then that still play. Like a lot of those people don't even play anymore, to be honest. But
This is like a whole
it's
new
kind
community. I've never even Instagram community. I thought you were gonna say like game battles forums. UMG at the time was still there. No, did you not
no, it was
know about any of that back then?
no. I mean, like I knew about game battles, but like I never like made any accounts for it because, like I said, I was so young to
Yeah.
where I just didn't really pay attention to it. Like I would literally just load the game and like just kind of play. I did play like 2v2 chows with one of my old friends named Kayla, which her old tag was like Mamacita. I used to play with her. We did 2v2 chows in BO4. Um but a lot of it was like I don't know. A lot of it was just kind of just to play, like have something to play. It wasn't necessarily we would like match on a site, like how they do on like CMG and like game battles and stuff. A lot of it was just kind of like shit talking each other and thinking that you're better. So it'd be like, all right, fucking, ciao, and then you'd like play. So that's kind of how that used to be, at least back in that day, long time ago.
Okay, this is completely off topic, but and I'm kind of noticing it as you're speaking, so I'm actually curious. So I'm a very bad judge of character. I always like think I have people figure it out, and then I actually don't.
Hmm.
Is it right to assume because I could tell you like swearing a lot? Like, are you
I don't.
are you like an
What?
outspoken like type of person? Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I
Okay.
don't. I don't want to say that like I don't want to be one of those people where it's like I'm like brutally honest and like because I feel like a lot of people say that as like an excuse to like be an asshole and I'm
Yeah.
not like that. Like I think I'm very nice, but I don't think that I hold my opinion to myself. Like if somebody asks for my opinion or somebody's talking to me, I'm
Mm,
gonna be like 100% myself. And then if somebody doesn't like that, they don't like it. If they do, they do. Great. So I just kind of
mm.
that's kind of how I've always been. I've never not been that way. And I feel like that's kind of off-putting for some people because it seems like aggressive, but it's
Oh
not
yeah,
meaning to
yeah,
be.
yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, that could be very off-putting to a lot of people. It all depends on how I would say mature you are and self-aware to not get super duper offended by that and just take it for face value. But
Hmm.
especially if you're like a female gamer, I could already like see there's a lot of people that would just like be on that right away to just say
Hmm.
bad things. But we're gonna get into that stuff a bit later. I have a bunch of questions, not even sure how much order they're in, but gonna try to rearrange it. But what is it like? This might be a stupid question. Now that I actually read it, I'm like, I can't believe I actually wrote this.
What?
What is it like to be a female competitive Call of Duty player?
I think I honestly, I think it's a lot of fun. I think it's a lot of fun because I think it holds a different title, right? So it's like if you're a boy, right, and you're a boy and you play COD and it's like you're talking to people be like, yeah, I play COD, I play competitive, play challengers, da, 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 da. I feel like it's just kind of such a big pool of people
Yeah.
to where it doesn't hold as much of a title as like if you're a girl and you're playing it because COD's always been so heavily like male dominated.
Yes.
So I think it's a lot of fun. I think people get super surprised like when I play eights and stuff, they're always like everybody thinks I'm ass and then, it's just like the opposite. And so I love it. I think it's funny as fuck. And I like putting like people that kind of downplay women in especially in esports
Hmm.
when you have people like that downplay them and then you kind of show up. I think that's really funny. So I don't really have any problems with it. I don't have anything negative to say about it.
I'm not gonna lie. I like to be brutally honest. I was guilty of that in my early days of Call of Duty. It's a girl
Most
gamer.
people are. Most people are. Yeah,
I got
most
that.
people
That's
are.
easy. That's easy. Like that's light work. Like like
Hmm.
that type of deal. So hopefully over the course of this podcast, we could change some people's minds about that. And this is another question. I actually didn't even write this down. This just came to mind right now. How come? I mean, I could tell because I was trying to cover some of the female COD League last year because there was a lot of breaks with this CDL last year, and I was just trying to like find different content things to do. So I was like trying to get in. Actually, I did get into some like female COD League scrims and everything, and that.
Hmm.
And I was always curious because this is a question I was gonna ask later, but now I'm just gonna ask it now. So, what is like your end goal when it comes to this? Are you just trying to like compete for fun, or are you trying to take it somewhere?
Well, I truthfully, I don't think that playing competitively, like as a female, is going to be sustainable, like for a like longevity, right? So it's
Mm,
like you have men that become pro, like challenger players, and then they become pros, and then they can make a salary off of that, and it goes on forward. I don't think that that's ever going to happen for a girl. So I think for me at least, I use like the competitive stuff to make content because content you can use in like a longer term, you know? So that's kind of like the shtick of like, that's my shtick of being like a female competitive player, not just like a player, you know? So I think that that will kind of be the way that I go in more content. I'm gonna play at a couple lands this year, like the female lands and stuff, and I'm gonna make like a lot of content out of that. And then if it continues to go forward and people are still competing in the female scene, then great. And if it doesn't work out, then that wasn't really the end goal to become like a fucking pro because I don't think that would ever happen. But so yeah, so it's kind of just like just kind of playing to have fun and make content and meet people and just kind of hang out and just do it.
It's
Because I'm gonna do it anyways, so.
It's very interesting that you say that. That was actually my very last question. I was actually gonna like put the period on the podcast with that, but you actually answered it right there. I was gonna ask, do you think there will ever be a female Call of Duty pro? And that was a very realistic, and I'm not gonna say self-aware because it could happen if the right person is like actually dedicated at the right time, playing early. But why don't you think that?
I don't think that there's ever going to be a female COD player because, like, I don't think there's ever going to be a pro female because when you're a girl, it's already there's so many like stigmas about you playing. So for an org to take a chance on you when there's already a sea of people that a lot of people are going to look at and be like, why the fuck would you pick this girl up when you can go pick up 100 of like the top challenger kids? You know what I'm saying? And so you're going to have to deal with that. And then I also just don't think that a lot of girls in the scene care enough and are passionate enough to be a pro. Like a lot of them have their own lives, they're doing their own thing, they're going to school, they're working. They don't put like the full effort and full time because they don't think it's ever going to happen, and that's why I don't think it's ever going to happen either. So I think it's kind of like they both kind of accepted that it's never going to happen, so it's never going to like cross over. I do think there are girls that have the possibility of becoming pro, but I don't think because of the like how the scene has been since it started up till now, I don't think it's ever going to happen. But I mean, it's possible. I would love for it to happen, but if it doesn't, I'm not really going to be surprised.
Do you think it's purely based off of just stigma and immaturity and how a lot of guys view women in the space?
I think it's a little bit of that. But it's like what I said. I think it's a little bit of that, but also the fact that like there isn't any girls that are going to put in enough effort and passion into changing it either. Like, because if you're gonna be a girl and you're gonna get picked up on a pro team, you have to be better than every single person in the league. And it's not like that for the men. Like men, you can pick up a challenger kid and he doesn't have to necessarily be better than everyone in the CDL. If you're going to pick up a girl, she has to be better than everyone in the CDL. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a toss between like stigma and passion and also like work ethic and having to be better than everybody else. So it's just a lot of different factors. And so that's why I say when I don't think it's going to happen because I think it's both parties.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how I feel about it.
There's a few reasons as to why I think it could happen and why I think it could not happen. I think the reasons why it would not happen is because just my perspective from the outside looking in, I feel like a lot of like the pro Call of Duty guys like do not know how to like talk to a girl. I'm not saying like talk to a girl like in like a flirtatious way, but like even just like in a general way. And I can only imagine the the conflicts and the problems it causes. Like, if you feel like you have to get an issue across, like, man, why didn't you rotate there? Like, I almost feel like they would think you can't talk to her the same way you would be able to talk to guys. So I think that's one thing. And there's like a small part of me that thinks it could happen. Obviously, they have to be really, really, really good. Like, really, really good. But I feel like if they have, like, a following as well. Like, if they're really good and they have a following. If it's, like...
Yeah.
I'm not going to say, like, a nobody, but a person with way less, but they're good. There's, like, yeah, it's just, like, a female COD player. But if it's, like, a really good girl with a lot of traction behind her, I guarantee there would be an org that would be like, bro, let's, like, try this out. It's never been done before. Like, almost like a nade shot, but maybe better than nade shot. But yeah, so, and I know you're going to reply to that, but that also takes me into a quote that I wrote down as I was scrolling through your Twitter last night, finding things, you know, trying to do my best to do my research. And this ties into what we've been talking about. And you said, it's frustrating to see how many opportunities exist for women in other esports while the competitive COD scene continues to fall short. Lack of accountability from females is also in there as well. I actually didn't do like the whole quote. I actually just did that and then I wrote the rest. So can you elaborate on that?
Well, I mean, you look at any other like esport, you look at Valorant or Apex or fucking like you can look at any esport like that and it's very different in the way that like the communities work. So it's like the girls in Valorant all treat each other very differently than the girls in COD do. So like Valorant, if you look at the competitive scene of Valorant, people are building teams based off of what's going to work and what's going to win versus COD, where a lot of the teams in COD, female COD, is friendships. It's all friendship based. And that's the problem. Is it's like the reason why there's been the same two teams that have won every single year for all the female like leagues is literally because nobody can put drama behind them to build teams that would win. There would be so many competitive rosters on the female side if people would stop like just stop with like the drama and play to win. And that's why I say it's also, like I said, a difference in passion. Because it's like there's some girls that'll be like, fuck it, like I want to win. I don't care who I play with, like I could get over it. And then there's other ones that are like, nah, I'm not playing with her because she said a mean tweet to me 4 years ago. You know what I mean? So it's just different.
Yeah.
And I think that's why I say lack of accountability on like the female side, because we could make it better. We could actively try to make the scene more competitive and more fun, but it's just never going to happen because everybody's so like just in their own like little cliques with each other to where nobody like ventures outside of that. And so it's just the same teams that win everything every year, and it just doesn't change. So
I'm not really like a drama person. I avoid all drama. So why is all this animosity and drama there between the girls? I actually thought, to be honest, like without even knowing anything, like I think you're the only competitive female Call of Duty player I know, like as of like right now. And I always thought that like the girls in the scene, because you know there's like the competitive CDL, so I thought the girls in the COD scene were all like very supporting of each other. That's how I thought it was. Like I have no idea. So like why is all this bad blood there?
The best way that I can explain the female scene is like you ever been like invited to like a party? You ever been invited to a party and then you go to the party and then it's like you're there with the person that invited you and there's a bunch of other people there, but you feel like no one else wants you there but the one person that invited you? You ever felt that feeling before? That's the way that the female scene feels like, because it's like if you're not already in and you're not already like really cool with the council of the female scene, like the people that have all the pull, then it's like you're kind of just fucked. Like you're just gonna be disliked, and it's almost like a what's the word for it? Like a food chain. It's like a food chain kind of. and it's like really fucking cutthroat and it's really mean. Like, and I don't even know what it's about either, truthfully. Like, I've had my own fair share of drama in the past, and like, you know, I've probably said things out of turn to people because I was defending myself or a friend or whatever. Um, but like the amount of times where I've just seen like girls like be best friends with somebody and then later in the day like talking shit about their best friend like in a group chat, it's like it happens so much and I don't really know why. Like I don't really know, to be honest. I kind of disassociate from that side, and that's why I only have like a few friends in the scene. I don't because I try to stay out of it now. I used to not, but now I do. So
And that sounds like very like high school s. That sounds very
yeah.
Scrap's girlfriend and Ross's girlfriend type of thing going on. So who's at the top of this food chain? Like, is that like
Top of the food chain? I mean, it's
who is the
I don't
alpha over here? I
really
don't even know.
just the alpha. I don't know who like the ringleader is for like the drama and like talking about like, oh, we're gonna dislike this person. But there's definitely like cliques. Like you can see the cliques a
Mm.
lot. Like if you really pay attention, you can see it and you can sense it. Like there's a lot of girls that'll stay out of it and they're just kind of, you know, they push it to the side. But there's things that girls in the community know about me and like my personal life that I never fucking told you about that. So why do
Mm.
you know that? You know what I mean? So it's like
Oh wow.
and so it's just I don't know. That they're all I don't know. Like I will never say anything out of turn about anybody. Truthfully, I want everyone to succeed and do their own thing, but I mean if they feel different about what me or you know anybody, it's like it's their choice. It doesn't bother me.
Earlier you said there was basically two top teams that win everything because you know like they hoard all the talent. So if I think that you're the best female competitive Call of Duty player, who's better than you?
Who's better than me? Oh God, who isn't? No.
Oh, is there actually
I
like a
think that
is it actually like a
I think
handful of
there's
people?
I think there's quite a few people that are well, I think it depends what you consider to be better. Like because I think that I think I'm a good IGL. I think that I'm
Okay.
a really good IGL. But I don't think that I'm like the best necessarily at like getting kills. But like I can give you like strats to like kind of direct the team. So it's like I think it depends what you consider to be better. Like Anarchy. There's a girl named Abby, Anarchy. I personally think she's the best uh female to play COD, period. Like I don't care. I think she's the best. So
Okay.
there's Anarchy. There's Amelia. Like them two have already proven themselves. They both played challengers. Anarchy's the highest placing female in challengers,
Oh,
obviously.
okay.
Yeah. So and then there's like Camps. Camps is really good. Fucking there's this girl, she's from Saudi, Siren. Siren's good as fuck. I
Hmm.
can't ever kill Siren. Siren's good as fuck.
Wow.
So I think there are like a handful of people that are like better than me when you talk like gun skill, but there's also in some aspects I think that there's things that I'm better at than all the people that I name. There's some things that I'm better at than they are. You know what I mean? So I think it just kind of depends because COD's very confusing when it comes to like roles in a team and like, you know, whatnot. So I think it just depends what you define to be better, you know?
Overall, like everything. Like so
Overall, probably, I would say probably like I think Anarchy has my number, 100%. I
really.
fucking dude, if I could play, truthfully, if I could play, I think Anarchy is one of the only women that I think could get a pro spot if it were to happen. I think Anarchy and
Really.
Camps, either one of them,
I'm gonna have
either one of
to
them.
I'm gonna have to do my research on this. So you said that they were the highest placing in challengers. So like, what did they place in
I
challengers?
believe Anarchy is. I don't know exactly, but I remember Anarchy had played in Challengers last year, I think. And I'm pretty sure that she is like the highest placing female in Challengers next to Kells, like Kells Aruni. But I'm pretty sure Anarchy surpassed Kells. I know Amelia had been playing challengers since she was like fucking like 15 or something. So she's been playing challengers forever. And then I don't know what Camps's placement is in challengers, because I don't really pay attention really to it that much, but I'm pretty sure Anarchy is the highest placing female. I don't know what place, but I'm pretty sure I did see that last year, and I don't doubt it because she's fucking insane. If you ever play against her, she's insane.
Do you ever aspire to play in challengers?
I would play in challengers if I had the ability to with internet, because my internet's horrible, and I already know I'm playing people that are fucking on PCs optimized by NASA, living in the server and stuff. So it's like, if I could have better internet, I would for sure play challengers, because I think most of the men that play in challengers suck. To be honest.
I mean, you're not wrong. Like, you're not wrong. Are you on the West Coast?
Yes. On the West Coast.
That makes a lot of sense.
Makes a lot of sense. West Coast COD is the worst. West Coast COD is the worst thing in the world. I cannot stand it.
Oh, I know.
I cannot stand it.
I'm there. I'm like, we're right beside Vancouver. There's not a single server near Vancouver. I can tell you that.
There's a Seattle server, and it's fucking horrible, because that's the server I play on, is the Seattle server. Jeez. And my lowest ping is 29. I get 4 MB upload and like 20 meg download. Like,
holy cow, I gotta get you a new internet package.
Yeah, it's bad. I'm living out here in the sticks. I'm living in the sticks.
Like you're in the country, hey?
It's bad. Got the fields around and stuff.
Oh, yeah. Dude, that's the worst for COD. That's absolutely the worst. But your PC can't be that bad. So I remember I was on your stream last night, and I swear I saw you had like 200 FPS.
Yeah, like my PC isn't bad. It's not the PC. It's literally just the internet. Like, if my internet was better, I feel like I would play challengers, and like, I don't know. I think most people that play challengers aren't necessarily playing to win. That's like my kind of like hot take, I think, but because I think there's always like top 64, like top 64 is like what everyone I think plays for, and anything after that, it's like an accomplishment. But since there's so many people that play challengers, like you look at the Pup Cup, there's like 300 something teams entered, and out of those 300 something teams, there's only like 20 people that you're like, oh yeah, I know who that is. I know who Lurks is. I know who fucking, Abe is. I know those people. Yeah. Right. And so that's, I feel like what happens is a lot of people that play challengers kind of play up until like top 64. And then if they get past that, cool, they get pro points. Yeah. But most people, I don't think, play for first because they know they're not going to win first. But I would play challengers if I had better internet. Because, like I said, you're pretty much only playing to top 64, because most people don't really play like to surpass that, because they don't think they're going to win, because they don't think they're going to beat people like Lurks, Abe, people like that.
I mean, well, they don't have to worry about those guys anymore. It's got to worry about T-Bush, and I mean... Yeah, T-Bush and fucking, like, Neum and... like, teams like that, and like the Stallions, Cimbels, stuff like that. That's Cimbels. He's light work. Pro Louis, he's light
Cimbels work. Cimbels is my coach. Cimbels is my coach for the female team. Yes, Cimbels is our coach for the female team. Wow. Currently.
Yeah, you might need to get a new coach.
Yeah, that's so fucked up. No, Caden's great. Caden's really nice. There's a lot of hate about Caden on like Twitter, and I see it all the time, but it's like, truthfully, like I think out of all of the challenger kids that I met, all the pros that I've met, like I can say with 100% confidence, I think Cimbels is the nicest, like just very soft spoken, very like sweet. Like, he's a very genuine person, and I also don't think he's ass. I think that whole drama that happened with like Swooty and shit, I think all that was bullshit. Nobody fucking likes Swooty to begin with, to be honest. Everybody knows it. So anybody that wants to side with Swooty is probably like fucking 13 and they don't know anything about COD. Realistically, like this is what it is.
I mean, I actually don't even know the whole drama. I didn't even know Cimbels was a coach. He's playing and he's also coaching as well. What the heck's going on?
He's coaching our team.
He needs to put all this effort into Stallion's black or red. I don't know which one he's on.
No, he does. He does. He does. He does all of his stuff, and then like at night, if we want to do like VOD or something, like we'll do VOD like after he's done with everything. So he does prioritize like all that. He just kind of comes in and like helps us a little bit with like some VOD and like, you know, kind of watching scrims and teaching us about like, you know, spawns, especially at the beginning of the game, because like the spawns in the game are kind of fucked. But yeah, no, he does prioritize like all of that for sure. Like first, that's like his first thing.
Huh? I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Very, 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 very interesting. And I don't really know the. I mean, I actually feel like I should. Like the whole Swooty Cimbels drama. I really feel like I should know that.
You don't know about that?
I swear I should know that. That's like in my like realm. I actually feel like I should know that. Just like
shame you don't know that.
I think the reason why I don't know, and I mean, every time I talk about a pro player or a competitive a challenger player, I'm sure they're nice people. Everything I say is always from a constructive perspective. And I don't rate Swooty or Cimbels at all. That's probably why I didn't care that much. But I swear, wait. So like, I'm sorry, this is completely off topic. But can you like quick summary, like 20-second summary of like what happened there?
So okay, I don't even know like the full story. All I know is Swooty was doing a bunch of dumb stuff in like the maps and was like low-key kind of costing.
Yeah.
And so Zuma, this was when they were on the Stallions. This was like when the first Stallions team with like Derek, Cimbels, Swooty, and then whoever they had as a fourth. So they had lost like a match or scrims or something, and Zuma came into the call. Zuma's streaming, 10,000 something people watching the stream, right? And so Zuma comes in, Cimbels and Swooty are like kind of like not bickering, but like kind of talking like, yo, dude, you got to do this. And they're like talking or whatever. And Swooty's just kind of like going in on the team, like almost being like kind of like insulting rather than like criticism, if that makes sense. And Cimbels had said that he didn't want to have that conversation in front of Zuma while Zuma's streaming to 10,000 something people because he didn't feel like that was like a professional thing to do. So Swooty's sitting there just bitching, and Cimbels like just kind of said like one thing. He was like, okay, I got you. And then everyone tweaked out saying Cimbels has a huge fucking ego, drop Cimbels. Cimbels thinks he's better than this kid. When that wasn't the case. He just didn't want to have this conversation in front of 10,000 something people. You know what I mean? Which I understand. So that's like the like start of the drama when everyone was like Swooty versus Cimbels, but it's so like stupid. It's more of drama that was made by the community rather than drama between Cimbels and Swooty. I think it was more of the community making drama rather than them two having it. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
But
interesting. I'll have my comments on that on my YouTubes. This is somewhat.
Yeah.
I've been trying to cover that stuff a little bit.
Yeah.
So did you participate in the female COD League last year?
Yep.
How'd that go?
I played in the TPC. I played in the TPC last year, and then I realized that I wasn't going to be able to attend any of the LANs last year. So I kind of dropped out, and I just went as a substitute for one of my friend's teams, my friend Maddie. And then the WXC. So funny about the WXC because that's Allyckt's league. So I had a team. Yeah, I have a lot to say about that. So I had a team with my friend Michelle. And we were a team of two, and then we teamed with these two girls that I'm not going to name, but we teamed with these two girls, and there was like a bunch of drama and a bunch of bullshit that had happened within the team. Was not my fault, was not my friend Michelle's fault. So there was some stuff that happened. Hades leaves, Michelle leaves, and then I end up leaving a little bit after, and it's the night before qualifiers for the WXC. And we're sitting there and we're like, dude, what do we do? Like, are we just not going to play? We're like, nah, you know what? We're going to just get some friends and we're just going to go do a little pickup friendship team. And if we qualify, we qualify. If we don't, we don't. So it was me, Michelle, my friend Megan, and my friend Maddie. and we go and we play quals, and we fucking slam. We slam in quals. We beat every team we play except for one team, which was the team with Anarchy, Amelia, and them, right? So we qualify, and then we're like, you know what? We're not gonna scrim. We're not gonna fucking practice. We're just gonna get on. We're gonna play the matches. If we lose, we lose. We win, we win. It don't matter. And we did that, and then out of I think 13 teams, we came in third off not scrimming, not practicing, not anything. And we beat the drama that had happened with like the two girls that me and Michelle were in a team with. We ended up actually like placing higher than them in the WXC, which I thought was funny. But yeah, so there was like all that happened, but that's what happened last year. So yeah, so we did pretty well last year, I think. Last year was a lot of fun. I'm not gonna lie, for the WXC.
Are you able to elaborate on, just for those of us who don't know, what the WXC and the TPC is?
So the TPC is fucking FDL, front desk lady. It's her league for the female COD stuff. They're the league that has the LAN events, like the female LANs and stuff like that. The WXC was the league that was made by Allycct in MW2, I think is when she started it.
Okay.
She made a league in the called the WXC in MW2, and that went on up until this past year. Black Ops 6 is when she ended it. So the WXC is no longer like moving forward, but the TPC still is. So that's like the difference between them. Is one was Allycct's league and one is FDL's league.
And where do they host these LANs?
Last year I think they did it in, I want to say, Ohio. I think they had one in Ohio. We've had a LAN in Denver before. We had a LAN in Pennsylvania, I think, before. So I think it just depends. Yeah, because the one in Ohio, I think we shared with a challenger team, like while they were doing a challenger event, and we had like a shared like LAN event. I'm pretty sure it was either Ohio or Pennsylvania. I don't remember because I didn't go, but it was one of those.
And how much money's on the line? Like, how's like the prize?
I think I think it's the same. I think it's like probably like three grand.
Okay.
Or something like that, 3-4. So it's not like an insane prize pool, but I think it's just all the money that's accumulated from like all the team passes and like the entries and stuff that gets put in a pot. So it really just depends how many teams play, I think. So I don't really remember the prize pool because I didn't play. Like I said, I didn't play last year, so I didn't play the LAN last year, so I don't know.
I just thought about this right now. So, like you said earlier, like a lot of females have outside lives. They got school and everything going on, so probably can't take it as seriously. And you have like these LANs that you go to for like 3K and everything. In terms of like growing the scene and making female competitive Call of Duty bigger, do you not think it would be better if just all the females decided just to all play challengers and just make teams to play in challengers and like really get in the mix and cause upsets and really put your name on the map? Because like now challengers is popping. If you guys make it even on a like top 64, even on a Saturday, all of a sudden everyone's like, who's this, who's that, and all of a sudden it's a completely different game changer. Because even last year, so this is just speaking from my POV, even last year when I tried to like cover like the female COD league, I had people in my chat going like, wait, what the heck is this? Like, I've never heard of this before. So do you even think in terms of just promoting your guys' self, it would just be a lot better just to get in the mix where everyone else is?
Yeah, no, I agree. I think that there should be more women that play in challengers, but I think the problem is that a lot of the because for instance, like Camps plays challengers, FDL plays challengers, Anarchy plays challengers, but it's one girl on a team, 3 guys, right? And unfortunately, I think that to have men, especially kids that like challenger kids that want to win,
Yeah.
for them to pick up a girl is a lot harder. So to have like a full challenger like team full of girls, I think would be difficult because I think also what happens is there's a lot of girls that have this mentality of like, oh well it's like in-rooted like misogyny with yourself because it's
Yeah.
like I've scrimmed with like female teams before in the past where I want to scrim against guys because I think that scrimming against guys is better practice, and then we'll lose and they're like the excuse is like, oh well they're guys so like of course they're gonna win.
Hate that.
It's like, no, you're contributing to the problem.
Exactly.
It's like at the end of the day, it's pressing buttons on a fucking controller. It's learning the map, it's playing the map. It's like it's not an excuse of oh well they're guys. And I feel like that's like where it goes to. So I think that that's kind of what turns a lot of girls away from challengers because they don't want to have to play against guys. But if they would play against men more, then they would progressively get better. You know what I mean? Over time because you're shooting against people that are a lot better.
Yeah.
So, but I would love to see more girls in challengers. I would love to see more women in challengers. But will it happen? Like I said, it depends on them. It's just the mentality.
I mean, there's like a lot of you guys after like doing my research. I'm like seeing there's a lot of you. If all of you guys just swarmed in, even like team of twos, and just started with like two guys. If everyone's doing it, everyone's networking, and everybody talks, it will start legit everything. And I mean, just in terms of getting far, I mean, it just all comes down to like work ethic because like not only are you just going against stigma, but honestly, even like if you really think about also like biology, just like guys in general just have like faster reactions and everything. So it's like you have to work twice as hard. Do people actually want to work twice as hard in order to get to that spot? All depends who wants it. But yeah. I think I mean I watch you play eights. Like I mean, like you should try. Like you should just try to just like hop on a challenger scene. I'm sure.
Yeah, I might.
I'm sure there's guys. Oh yeah, you know how. I'm sure you could get onto a team and try something, and it'll be like nice to shoot.
I was thinking about it. Like especially after this year because I think I'm gonna move. So I think like if I move and I can get better internet, I might say fuck it, just kind of
How far
do
away
it
from
for the fun.
the city are you?
I live in Idaho, and I only pull the Seattle server. Like Seattle's the closest server to me because Idaho doesn't have a server, so Seattle's the closest server to me. So that's the server I pull. But I get like 29 on Seattle. I get 50 on Cali. I get 80 on Texas, and over 100 anything past Texas East Coast. So it's like it's kind of like come on, you know what I mean? Like it's like it's
Yeah.
bad.
I mean, if you hop on a team with like three East Coast players and you're just like the one West, just like OBJ, the Doug Sensor Martin 0.6, but you have like
I love
130 in the hill, you know, like you're trying.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's possible. It's possible, honestly. But I mean,
I think I might.
I would like not
So fuck
even
it.
like think about connection because the more you think about connection, like the more it'll
It's
just
like placebo.
deter. Yeah, it's like me. Like
Placebo.
I'm on like 90 ping on everything I play. And I'm just like, dude, I can't do this. Like, I'll land
Literally.
on fucking fry you guys. But like, if I just
That
keep saying
no,
that,
literally.
I'm just like tweaking.
Yeah,
Um,
literally.
So I was actually going to God, all these questions are just in complete different orders, but I am going to take it in the direction of I was actually gonna bounce this off something, but I don't have it. Unprofessional of me. Unprofessional. Absolutely unprofessional.
Unacceptable.
So being a female just in esports in general can be a chore sometimes, like let's just say, like from like just the guys, like you know how you just know how all that is. Do you ever feel any anxiety when it comes to turning on your stream or even queuing into eights? Because I saw last night that you like duo queue like a lot of eights. Did you ever get like an anxiety when you're queuing by yourself and maybe like I'm not sure if this has even happened, but if you ever, because I know how the BPL 8s work, because like I had a person describe it to me. So like you queue and it just throws you into a
Mm-hmm.
chat, just throws you in a voice chat with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I can imagine if you go in by yourself and they hear that female voice, there's gonna be someone in there like,
Mm-hmm.
wait, what? What the? Whoa!
Yeah,
What the fuck going on?
that happens a lot. Yeah.
Uh, um.
Yeah.
So like, is there any anxiety with that? And also with streaming, because I could get into a whole tangent on streaming just from being a person on the cut up, but more from just like a female perspective and like just being
Mm-hmm.
like judged on how you play and everything.
I think with streaming, I don't have any anxiety streaming at all. I
Okay.
used to, and it was more of like I had anxiety about like having my camera on when I
Mm.
played because I when I was younger, especially when I first started streaming when I was like 16, 17, I was like super like insecure, like super fucking insecure. So
Mm.
I like had a lot of anxiety streaming in that way. It wasn't necessarily about the gameplay. Now I don't have any of that, and I'm like pretty set. I don't really care. When it comes to the eights, when I first started queuing in the BPL eights, because it's like elo, so like the two people with the highest elo in the lobby are team captains, and they get to pick their teammates, right? When I first started queuing in the lobbies, I would join and I would mute because I wanted people to just kind of talk and scatter, and I just didn't want to deal with it, right?
Yeah.
But now I have enough elo to where I'm always the team captain. So
Oh.
now if I go into the lobby, I'm unmuted and I'll get team captain or whatever, and I'll be like, which one of you fucking suck? Like, which one of you don't I want to pick? And then based off their reactions, if I get like, oh, it's a bitch, or like, because I've gotten that before, it's like, oh, it's a
Wow.
fucking bitch, da 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 da. I'm just like, all right, well, I'm just not gonna pick you, and I'll just, I'll beat you, and then, it's fine. So, but I don't get any anxiety like queuing or talking or like anything like that. A lot of it's fun and it's trolls, so it's like, I don't get any anxiety doing any of that anymore.
Okay. That's good. That's good. Do you ever get like bad messages, bad Twitter DMs?
Um, I I used to get like a lot of just like people like just asking like really weird questions. Like there was one guy like asking if I would like eat his ass or something, and I'm like, no, thank you. And I used to get really weird messages like that. I don't get that anymore. But like now I don't know. I don't really get a lot. I did, however, last year I was playing ranked, and I shit you not, I played against a top 250 stack of aimbotters. They're literally spin botting on me.
Oh
And
wow.
then I go to game chat and I call him a loser. I call him a fucking loser, right? And then this kid messages me on Twitter and says that he put belt to ass against me. And I'm like, dude, you're literally cheating. Like, what are we saying? So like now all of my DMs are like mainly like people like I think trying to rage bait me, but I don't respond to any of it because it's like I don't care.
Mhm.
But no, I've gotten some wild messages, like people just saying some outlandish stuff, and I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, what is wrong with you? Now it's
I
just like all like sex bots. My message requests are just sex
I
bots.
I hate those. I
That's it.
literally I literally
That's
get those
it.
all the time. Like that's gotta stop.
Yeah.
Freaking Elon got to do something about that. Oh my god.
Elon, fix it.
Uh,
What the fuck? Elon, fix
Unbelievable.
it.
Are
You're
you
fighting
able
with his
to
baby mama too much.
bro? Um are any of these DMs like publicly shareable, or are they just like really bad?
Um, they're not like really, really bad. I could probably, if I like went down them, I
Oh
could probably
no.
find some, but a lot of them like they're like so because I'm telling you, I don't know why, but since this past Twitter update, I have gotten like 400 sex bots. So it's like if I went to my message request, I'd have to scroll so long. But like I had one guy like ask if I would like put something in his butt. And then I had another guy like message me saying that like he wanted me to like what did he say? He was like, "Oh, I want you to call me a loser and just take my money." And I'm like, "What the fuck? What is wrong with these people?" But like um I don't know. I don't know. I'd literally have to scroll so far to get some messages, but I don't know.
are all these like DMs like normal to you now? Like, have you like seen enough like bad DMs and now you're just like, yeah, like
Yeah.
literally don't even
Yeah.
care. Yeah.
I think it's fucking hilarious. Like the fact that some people have like just the courage to be able to just message somebody some of the things that I've been messaged is so crazy. And like I've also been messaged some really like harassing stuff too. Like I've had people like message me like fucking like saying they fucking hate me and like they wish the worst for me and like just crazy stuff. I'm just like, dude, I just beat you in ranked play, bro. Like
Oh
it's
man,
not that deep. Like I promise it's not. It's not that deep.
absolutely
But
insane. Absolutely insane.
mhm.
Oh man, I mean, it's actually even more brave if they like say something with a bunch of audacity and like they actually have a photo of themselves, and it's like actually them. I could
Never happened.
okay, it actually never happened. Okay, okay. I could like
Nope.
I could like see them being a lot more brave when they have like an anime like an anime picture up. Okay, that makes sense. I was like, there's no way anybody would actually like hard child like your DMs with an actual photo of themselves. There's no way anyone would actually do that.
No, it's so crazy. Like I don't um like it's funny because most of the time like when people like message me and they're kind of like talking shit or like trying to rage bait me, like they never have themselves post on their photo. And I always get stuff like, "Oh, you're fat. Oh, you're ugly. Oh, you're this shit." Bruh, let me see what the fuck you look like. Like dead ass. Cuz there's
Yeah.
no way you're going to come at me saying something about me and you can't even like come on. Like are we fucking for real? Like let me see a picture of your mom. Like come on.
Yeah,
Like what the
yeah,
fuck?
yeah.
Like
Like I
there ain't
need
no
your
way.
Instagram. Like I need your Instagram right now. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Let's go
Gives
ban
me
for
the
ban right
Instagram. It's a
now. Yeah,
picture
yeah,
from like 13 years ago. I'm like, yeah, dude, I'm sure. Like I'm so fucking sure. Like
yeah.
okay.
I mean, do you ever feel you and just females in general will ever earn the respect of the competitive Call of Duty scene?
Um, I think it's gotten a lot better. Like I think that because you can even see it like recognition from like other pros and like content creators and stuff. Because like for instance, 10 years ago, if Allycct had a league, they wouldn't have like showed like the female league that Allycct made on the CDL stream 10 years ago.
Yeah,
They wouldn't have done that. But now or last year when they did it, they did. And there was a lot of people that I think were very supportive of it. And there's been pros and people like that have like talked about the women's scene saying that a lot of them are fucking nasty and stuff
mhm,
like that. So I do think it could get better and I think it is getting better, but like
yeah.
at the same time there's always going to be like people that just don't see it or they just don't want to accept it or it's just like an ego thing. So, I don't know.
I was actually going to ask about the Alley Cat female
Mhm.
league because I don't know anything that happened, but it sounds like a lot of drama.
Mhm.
um, are you able to give like a 60 seconds summary of what happened there? Because all I know is I saw probably like one tweet and it was like from Alley Cat.
Mhm.
I don't even remember what she said, but I remember like the general basis. Like I tried to like help, but everyone's
Mhm.
coming at me or whatever the
Mhm.
case was. I mean, hopefully I can have her on the show one day so she could explain that. But um, yeah, could you give like a 60 second summary on that?
So basically, Cat wanted to be a big advocate for women in COD, and she got that, and she became a big advocate for women in COD. And what had happened was she wanted to have unfair rulings. She wanted to have biased admins. She wanted to have people play that I don't think should have been allowed to play based off of their behaviors and actions and stuff. And so she would ban people and suspend people for certain things, but allow others. And people would come at her for it because it's like if you're going to have biased admins and you're going to have like biased rulings, then it's like I don't think that that's fair to everybody that's playing. And so people would talk shit and people would complain about the league. In her she had a Google Doc that had the list of rules. And one of the rules literally said if you make any criticism about the league on any social platform, you will be suspended from the league, no matter what the criticism is. That was in the Google Doc for the rules. You were not allowed to say anything negative about the league at all, no matter what it was. And there were girls that were getting suspended from league matches because they were complaining about the host because they were having us play on like a VPN host that was ass, and someone was complaining about it and called one of the admins an idiot because he didn't know how the host worked, and she got suspended for that, right? So it's like, but this past year, there was no drama. Nobody came at Allycct for anything because all of this that just happened was like MW2, MW3. Black Ops 6, there was no drama. There was no female drama in the WXC at all. It was the smoothest it ever ran. And then she's like, oh, I don't want to run the league anymore. But it's your guys' fault because you guys started the drama. She's coping. She's trying to get a cop out because she wanted to advocate for women in COD for so long, and then she finally got it. And then now she wants to be like, it's your guys' fault why I ruined. It doesn't matter what you do. You could do school, in real life sports team, work. No matter what you do, there's always going to be drama. So to say that you're ending an entire league that you supposedly worked so hard for over drama it's just a cop out because she just didn't want to do it anymore, and she didn't want to look like the bad guy for taking away all these opportunities away from the female scene. So that's my opinion about it.
And bias admins, so were there like people that she wanted to win? Okay, so that's what that is.
I think there were people that she wanted to win because, like, I don't remember exactly what had happened, but in MW3 there was a skin that you weren't allowed to use on an operator because it was too dark. It was like too dark of a skin, and you couldn't see it like in certain corners of a map. So there was one team that had used the operator, and they got the map taken from them for using the operator for the first 2 minutes of the game. But there was another team that did the exact same thing, and they get a map reset. So it's like it would be like that, or if somebody like threw a smoke by accident in one map, they would have a map reset, and then in the other one they would get the round forfeited. So I don't know if it's necessarily Allycct or it was her admins, but it's like, and it's the same thing like, because the WXC was big in like doing content and like whatnot. And I had asked in MW2 or 3, I don't remember. I asked if we were allowed to talk shit. And they had said, yeah, you could talk shit, just make sure it's like all reasonable under TOS. And I was like, yeah, of course. But then we play a match like a few days later, we play this other match against this other person, right? And this person is friends with Allycct, right? And they, whatnot. So Allycct types in our like Q channel thing, and she's like, I just want to let you guys know no shit talk will be tolerated during this match, so nobody's allowed to say anything. And I'm like, they're like basically saying that we can get like suspended and like forfeited just for saying that somebody's shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like little things like that I think was bothering people, and that's like the drama that she's talking about. But that's kind of what happened.
So like how big were the cash prizes?
They were actually pretty big. I think first place got like $1,200. But it was like down in increments. Like I think even like fifth place got money. Like we got money for third. It was like 800 or 900 or something like that. So it's like, I mean, it was pretty good money. It was like a pool, like a whole thing, and then you split it.
Okay.
But it was a pretty good, like decent amount of money. But I don't know. I mean, she said that she ended the league a lot of the reason because of the drama, but also because of the money. But it's like, if you cared that much that you said that you did, then why didn't you just make like entries, like have people pay entries for the prize pools? You know what I'm saying? Like it didn't make any sense to me why she ended the league if she cared so much about it.
Yeah. Okay. Very interesting. Very interesting. Very. It's just like, if I actually seen this, I'd probably have but it's hard to take sides. All you could do is just kind of
Mm-hmm.
like, they said this, they said that, and it
Mm-hmm.
looked like it on Twitter. There was never a conclusion. There was just two sides to
Mm-hmm.
it, and I mean, I guess we'll just see that one at that.
There's always three sides to every story. There's the first person, the second person, then the truth, and the truth is somewhere in the middle. Obviously, I have my own feelings about it, and I had my own experiences about it, and she probably did too. So it's somewhere in the middle, and I recognize that and I understand that. But I don't know. It's just that whole situation is just so irritating. I can't stand that
I could tell.
because it's like, dude,
I could like see you
so
getting worked
irritating.
up.
It's so irritating. So fucking irritating. Like, dude,
um,
but
I honestly actually thought you were gonna say there's three sides. There's one side, and then there's the truth, and that's my side.
no, because like I mean, everybody like the thing about it is like it's not even necessarily that anyone's lying or somebody's like over exaggerating. Sometimes like people just take things differently. Like you and me, right? Somebody could say one thing to both of us, and I could take it one way, you could take it the other. So
Mm,
it's not even necessarily like an exaggeration of the truth that
yeah,
somebody's like projecting. Sometimes it's just like people just take things differently, and that's fine. Like that's okay.
yeah. Okay. Um. So talk a bit about Torn Esports. So like right now you're on Torn Esports. Is that like a league or it's a team? Because I tried going on the Twitter and I went on a Torn and it said it was a league. I thought it was a team.
So Torn itself is an organization, and they have a league. Like,
Okay.
so it's Torn's the organization, and they have a Torn league, and then they also have Torn esports teams, and they have like the Torn content. I'm on the content, and now I'm on one of the competitive teams. So, Torn does like a lot of things. I love being in Torn. I think everybody that's involved in it are all really great people. I think they're all really creative and fun. And especially with those small community orgs, like I feel like there's not a lot that actually take content and competing seriously.
Yeah.
So I think being on Torn was really refreshing to be able to be around people that are super creative and supporting, and they're doing like watch parties for our matches, and they're fucking making leagues, and they have like I think they're third in like the most like eights played in like all the eight servers because they have their own eights and stuff.
Okay.
So Torn's really great. And I think Torrent's been around for probably like 4 or 5 years now, but I didn't really start hearing about it until like this past last year. But I've been on Torrent for probably like I think like 5 months, 6 months, something like that. Some around there, some around there. But Torrent's really great. They're all really great. I really like Rupid. Rupid's great. He's like the lead for like a lot of the stuff. Rupid's amazing. Yeah, everybody's like really great over there.
Is it an overall league for everyone or is it only like for females?
No, it's an overall league for everybody.
Okay.
The Torn League is like anybody can sign up and play. It's kind of like the XP League a little bit, I think, where you kind of like
Okay.
sign up and stuff. But like the Torn, the team that I'm on for this year, we play under Torn.
Okay.
So I might try to get my female team to play in the Torn League this year, though. Like, and just say fucking, just play in it, just to fucking play in it, just have something to play. But I don't know. We'll see what they want to do. I don't know what all the girls want to do.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
that'd be great practice. You can
yeah.
never, yeah, you can.
Mhm.
So, in terms of this year, are you only competing for content or what's the deal?
Oh, I'm playing to win.
Okay.
100%. I'm playing to win, and the content that I'm gonna get whenever we win is gonna be fucking great. And
Okay.
so it's kind of just like it's like a win-win. It's like I get really good content, and we also get to win. So
Okay.
that's kind of my whole thing. And all the girls want to win too.
So is that your main thing? Just like Torn League and then eights?
Yeah, I think for this year, I think I'm gonna try to do the Torn League, and then we're doing the TPC, which will have the female lands. I want to win that. I want to go to the LAN. I want to play. I want to win the LAN. And then kind of do like a little bit of like you know how Optic kind of does like the process videos? I kind of want to do like a vlogging thing with like me and the girls like going to the event and stuff like that and make like that into like a thing.
Interesting.
And then like winning, obviously. So I think that my overall goal is to win, but to also make the most out of it because it's like what I said, it's like the shtick, like
Yeah.
being like the female comp player.
Yeah. Are you gonna try your odds in any Challengers Cup? Because I know they got like 87 of them this year. Like there's got to be one.
Some Challenger Cups. I might try to get like I was gonna play in the Pup Cup. Not this past weekend, but the weekend before that, I was gonna go play in the Pup Cup with some friends, but that ended up kind of falling through because somebody ended up taking a different opportunity to go play with something else. But I think the next Challenger Cup, I might just say fuck it and just get a team and just go and play because it's like worst case scenario, we don't place, but it's like I'm gonna play the game anyways, so I might as well try to play for some fucking points, do something.
I promise you, like if you're actually like trying to get better, and I think that's this is something a lot of people can't grasp, is you need to like embrace losing and just playing against better players. Like if you play in challengers like every week for like 2 months and you go back to like the
Yeah.
Torn League, guaranteed you're a perma 1.80. Like like just because iron sharpens iron, you play against like way better players. Even if you're on bad connection, I mean, honestly, I would just go. It would be great content for you. It'd be great content for you. Like you already made your name in like ZooMafia 8s. Man, like there's snow in the Challengers Cup, like
Yeah. Could you imagine that? I got banned out of the ZooMafia 8s and then like some little shitty challenger team that I got fucking beat like Zuma's team in challenge.
yeah, let's
That'd be so funny.
let's talk about that. So the ZooMafia. So you got kicked out of the ZooMafia. From the small research I did, it's because like you used the word that you could use back in '05, but you can't use nowadays. And it starts with an F. And I mean, I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty old school out of you. Like I actually gotta like tip that. That's pretty old school out of you for using that word, because I haven't even thought of that. I haven't even like thought of that. So did like the person just, I'm assuming they just spitefully like reported you and then they were just like, yeah, we just gotta ban you.
So, okay. So that whole situation is so fucking weird because, okay, see, okay, I'm gonna break it down like three ways. Okay, so what had happened was I was playing and there was a kid on my team that was muted and he was deafened out and I was already kind of having an annoying day and I was like, yo, bro, like, why do you queue in eights if you're not going to actively, like, talk to your teammates and play? Like, I feel like that's just, like, and you're bad at the game, too. So it's like you're not talking and you're bad. Like, I don't understand. And he's like, oh, you're just, like, a dumb bitch. Like, I don't want to fucking talk to you. Like, I don't care. Like, you're a woman. Like, I'm not going to play with no woman on my team. Da-da-da-da. I'm like, all right, bro. Whatever. So he's, like, just, like, fucking just going in, right? So I had called him the forbidden word that I shouldn't have said, right? And that's all I said. I just said the word in the Q channel, like the text thing, because he was deaf and so I couldn't say it to him. So I just said that.
And
All I
text,
said was the
even
word.
worse, even worse.
Well, I ended up leaving, but I was still in the Discord for like 6 hours after it happened, right? So when I had made the tweet, because everybody, like, there's like a misconception that I like made the tweet because I was trying to clout chase off Zuma. That wasn't the case. The case was that was the only eights that I had to play, and all of Zuma's admins have me blocked on Twitter. So I can't at any of his
Really?
admins. Yes, they all have me blocked on Twitter, and I don't even know why. To this day, I still don't know why. But
How many admins is that?
so there's like four. There's like three, but I know Chandler has me blocked, and there's one more that has me blocked, and then there was another one that I think I had like fucking beef with 4 years ago. But so I was still in the Discord for like several hours after it happened. So when I woke up the next day and I got banned, I'm like, why am I banned? I didn't even remember that had happened. So I tweeted it out. And when I tweeted it out, everyone said I was clout chasing off Zuma. I just wanted to know why I got banned because I didn't remember that happened. It wasn't like I called him that, I instantly get banned, and I'm like, I don't know why I got banned. Like, I genuinely didn't remember.
Yeah.
And now that's that part of the situation. Second part of the situation is Chandler is a fucking idiot. Like, I cannot stand Chandler. Literally, everybody agrees he is the worst admin. He is the most sensitive person to admin any type of Discord. Everybody knows it. Everybody says it. And he's still there. So, me getting banned, it was probably him. He already had me blocked. It is what it is. Now, the third part of it, I understand that the word was probably not the best to use. I understand that. I get that. I get that. Especially in today's world. But I'm not justifying using a slur, but I think that people have to understand where it comes from, because it's like, especially a word like that. Like, it's kind of like when you say like the R word for like somebody that's dumb, you know what I mean? That word.
Oh, don't even worry about that. I literally use that one all the time.
Oh yeah,
like, that one's
it's
fine.
kind of like when you call somebody that. It's like, I would never in my life call somebody that like had any type of disability that word. But if you're acting like a fucking idiot, I'm gonna call you that word, right? So it's like the F word that I used. It wasn't necessarily me being like, oh, you're, actually like gay or like anything like that. It was more of just like, it was just like, dude, like, you're just being a fucking prick. Like, you're just, you know what I mean? So it was different context, and like, and I'll stand by this. If Zuma, or if any of these pros or any of these old pros and content creators had said that word and slipped up on stream and said that, you'd have had everybody on their corner talking about these soft kids wouldn't have survived an OG MW2 days, da 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 da. But because I said it, everyone's like, you can't say that. That's messed up. Da 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 da. So it's like, it's just a
Easy
double,
target,
like, it's just it's just a double standard. Like, it's literally just stupid. Like, it's just all in context. But I'm not justifying saying the word. I think it's just people misunderstand the word, like, in the context of which I said it. You know what I mean? So that's what I had to say about it.
I think that's like justified. If you're not calling a person that word is quote unquote meant for, I mean, how offensive is it really? The same thing with the R word. I think anyone that thinks that the R word is offensive is actually being more offensive than the people saying it, because like those people are special needs. They're not the R word. The R word is what you think of them, which means you're probably in the wrong for thinking that.
Exactly. Thank you. Like, that's literally what I'm saying. Like, you would never call somebody with with special needs the R word.
Yeah.
But if you have somebody that's acting like a fucking idiot, what are you gonna call? You know what I mean? Like, it's just, I don't know. It's just so, like, people are so fucking just dumb. They're just dumb.
Yeah, I'll help you out. I'll clarify that. Calling someone retarded just means you're extra dumb. It does not mean you're talking about special needs. Special needs are special needs. They're not the R word. Okay? So that's just
period.
Clarification.
Clock it.
Like, for
Clock
everyone.
it.
Yes.
Clock it.
I mean, I just felt maybe you're like an easy target, and I'm not gonna lie, I don't know anything about Chandler as well, but I've heard at least 8 different people in my Discord all tell me the exact same thing, which makes me want to go like investigate, like, what's really going on. Like, I have to get the inside scoop on this. I don't know what's going on over there.
What's so weird about it is, like, when I got banned, I had explained how it's like, I was constantly harassed in the ZooMates, like, all the time, like, by everybody, like,
I could only
saying the
imagine.
most outlandish stuff. And they're like, oh, we'll just make tickets. First of all, Chandler already said if anybody makes a ticket for anything in the Elo 8s other than somebody cheating, that he was just gonna fucking ignore it, and it didn't matter. And he also, if I made a ticket every single time somebody said something bad to me, I would have 100 tickets. And it's like, I'm not gonna sit there and send in 100 tickets because 100 people want to harass me. It's like, I would much rather, and I think it's more fun, to just talk shit, move on, let it be what it is, and just, whatever. And so that's kind of how I saw it. I guess they didn't see it like that. RIP, still banned. Oh well, it doesn't matter. Like I play in BPL now, so it doesn't even matter. But yeah, Chandler's just I don't know. He's a creature. You give somebody like a little bit of power, and they're just like they just run with
Mm,
it, dude. It's crazy. It's
mm.
actually like crazy.
Yeah, giving them the mod power,
I'm a ZooMafia. I'm a ZooMafia mod. You gotta listen to me.
Giving them the
Sure.
ban hammer, just throwing that hammer around. Hey, just
Mhm.
slanging that thing around.
Yeah.
Um, so what do you think about the current state of Call of Duty? Do you have any opinions on it? Do you like the Call of Duties that we've been playing? I know you came in Black Ops 4, so maybe you don't know the glory days like I may know them.
Well, I did play like the older Call of Duty. Like obviously I didn't play them necessarily in their prime, but I did play them like while they were out and still active because even when like Black Ops 4 was out, it's like there was still hella people playing Black Ops 2 and like OGMW2 and stuff. So I did play those games. I actually really like a lot of the new games. I don't have any complaints. I think the only complaint I really have is about like the anti-cheat. Like
Yeah.
that's literally it. Like the anti-cheat is like the only thing I can complain about, but the actual base game, I don't really have any complaints about. I think that it is what it is. We evolve. I think most people that miss older CODs are kind of they more so miss like the nostalgic feeling of playing them rather than the actual game. It's the
Mm.
same thing how in 10 years there's going to be some fucking kid that's talking about how Vanguard was the best Call of Duty and he wishes he could play Vanguard again. It's the same thing. So it's just I don't know. But
I
the
hope.
actual state, I think it's only the anti-cheat. That's like shit. I hate that. The anti-cheat is so bad. It's so bad.
I mean, I hope not. If anyone says Vanguard's the best Call of Duty, they gotta get sent to the fucking Shadow Realm. That's ridiculous. That's a
Yeah.
creature. That's a creature comment. That's a creature comment.
You think
I'm not
so?
gonna lie. That's nah.
I didn't mind Vanguard. Vanguard, I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. Realistically, over the past 10 years, my least favorite COD in the past 10 years was Cold War. I can't stand Cold War. I think Cold War
How
was so
dare
shit.
you? How dare you?
I can't stand Cold War. I
I
hated Cold War so much. Everyone
I
loves that game, and I don't know why. I
I
hated
can't
I would
believe it.
play, bro, I would play MW 2019. I would play Vanguard, MW2, MW3, Black Ops 6, this game. I would play any other COD over Cold War. Because Cold War is like, okay, you had MW 2019, right? That's where like not omni movement, but like movement really became like a bigger thing in COD because of like the sliding and stuff and like, the movement. So when you have MW 2019 and then right after Cold War comes out and you feel like you're walking around with a fucking stiff mannequin as a character, it's like it just I didn't like the game. I didn't like the game at all.
Mm.
So that I don't know.
So in the past 5 years, what was your favorite Call of Duty?
What's the past 5 year? Black Ops 6. Wait, does this game count?
I'm just gonna count the CDL era. So MW19, Cold War, MW2, 3, Black Ops 6, Black Ops 7. Actually, let's not count Black Ops 7 because I think Black Ops 7 is probably the best out of all
I
of
would.
them.
I honestly kind of agree with you, but I would say. I would say honestly, I really liked MW3. I thought
Oh,
MW3 was actually pretty fun. Like the MCW and the rival and the maps are pretty good. You had like Karachi and fucking Invasion I thought was fun. And like I don't know, I would say probably MW3. Out of those, probably MW3.
I was about to end the call if I heard a two at the end of that sentence.
Imagine. No. However, MW2 maps were really good. Like I thought the MW2 maps were fun. Like Hotel, Embassy, Fortress. Those maps were fun. Especially Embassy. Oh my god. Dude, I would do
there,
anything to load up to an Embassy hardpoint just one more
there
time.
is no way you just said that. There is no way you just.
Dude, MW2
That
maps were
is
so good.
that
No,
is embassy. No way. No way. Not that map.
Embassy was my
Oh,
shit. I loved Embassy. That was my favorite map. Like actually.
that mid map, like small lane cross. That was like it. That's like the whole map is literally just watching that cross. And
But it was
there's
like Embassy was like OG COD though. It was a 3-lane map. That's like OG. Think about it. It's literally a 3-lane map.
that's not three
You have all the left
lanes.
side, like the court. You have all the court, right? You have all the court. You have all of like the vans, like where the van side is. and then you have straight down the middle of the map, and then you have 2 buildings on both sides. That's literally like a 3-lane map.
All right, I'm gonna correct you a little bit here. So, a 3-lane map, the basis of the 3-lane map is you need to be able on all 3 lanes to go through to the other side. The asterisk of that middle part is when you try to go straight, you run into a brick wall that only has a top middle building, and it connects to the bottom, and it's weird. And there's one cross that watches everything. 3 lanes, there's supposed to be separation between the lanes, but if you could see the whole map from one side to the other, that's not a 3-lane map. There needs to be
Okay, that's valid.
a little bit of obstacle.
But they had
in
the
there.
door. They had like the door under the embassy building, and then you could get to like
The door.
Does that count? Does that count? The door. You get to the door.
I mean that P1 where it's literally just like if you go on the hill, you're dead. It's out in the open. They could just literally go up in the window. Like that is
true.
That hill is mind blowing to me. I just, oh man,
That did happen. Yeah,
Man,
no,
that
you're
game.
right. You're actually right.
I could give you hotel. I could give you hotel. I could give you Mercado. I think Mercado was not.
Mercado was
bad.
good. Mercado was
not bad.
good. Yeah, Mercado was good.
It was a 3-lane map ish. Yeah, it was like cool, but I don't know about the rest of them. So we got 3 more questions, okay, and then I'm gonna let you go so you can go dominate in BPL 8s. I guess I'm gonna go to a tweet that you said. As I try to focus my camera that keeps going out of focus for some reason. Now I'm using like the force right now to actually get it to work. You said, crazy how people can't just let me be liked. It makes me feel like I'm not even allowed to have people in my corner without them getting dragged for it. I don't know why I pulled this specific tweet, but it sounded like it came from somewhere. And it sounded like it sounded like it was Call of Duty like related, so I pulled it.
So the base of that tweet specifically, because I remember exactly what happened on that day. So, do you know what a Switch tourney is? Do you know what a Switch is?
Is it like a tourney on the Switch? Or
Okay. So basically, a switcheroo tourney is basically when
okay.
Yeah. So I was in a switcheroo where like everybody gets on the wheel and then it spins for the teams. If you don't like your team, you put in money to respin the wheel, right? Well, I was playing in one of the switch tourneys. Well, my boyfriend was watching the stream and he had seen that I had like a bad team. So he started putting in money for like the wheel, right? So he put in some money for the wheel. Now, just to clarify, there are so many girls that have their men and have like just random men come in and pay money to respin the wheel for them if they don't like their team. Happens
Really?
all the time.
Wow.
Yes, happens all the time. And nobody says anything about it, right? Well, when he came in and he was doing the wheel for me, he was like, "Oh, I'll put in this amount. Get Snow's a good team, right? Let's get Snow's a good team, whatever." And like everybody's like saying something weird about it, like, "Oh, why the fuck are you respinning for that bitch? Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that?" And it's other girls that are acting like that too. You know what I mean? So it was just kind of like one of those days where it's like, I just feel like no matter what I do, regardless of what I do, it's like somebody always has something negative to say about me. And I feel like that, I don't know, I feel like that happens a lot. It's like what I said, I'm very reclusive from the community because I don't want to have fake friendships with people. And so sometimes I catch like other people like talking about me in a positive way, and there's other people that back it with like something negative.
Yeah.
So and it just doesn't make sense because like, for instance, like there's girls and boys that I don't like where somebody will come in my chat and say something about them positively, be like, "Oh, did you see so and so, or did you see this, or did you see that?" And I'm just like, "Oh no, I didn't." And it's like I don't say anything. But if somebody talks about me in somebody else's chat, then they're just like, fuck you talking about that bitch for? Fuck it. Why the fuck do you guys like her? She's weird. She's a bitch. She's this, she's this. And it was just kind of one of those days. I was having a day and it was just annoying. So that's where that head came from. So it was COD related, but it was more of like a general like, why is it like so bad anytime somebody has anything positive to say about me, somebody always has to back it with something like negative or just like a weird comment. I just didn't. It was annoying.
Are you like the type of person where like something bad or dramatic happens to you and it goes into like a philosophical tweet, like some sort of deep tweet?
Sometimes. I think most of the time, my mom always told me when I was younger to never give anybody the gratification of knowing they made you upset. So most of the time, like if somebody says something or does something, I kind of make it like trolly and be like, "Oh, I don't give a fuck." Or I just don't say anything at all because I just don't engage with it. But I don't know. I don't know what it was about that day specifically that really bothered me. I think it was probably because it was like they were talking about it and it was in regards to like my boyfriend and that kind of like just irritated me.
Yeah.
But other than that, like no, I don't really tweet about stuff like that for the most part because I don't like when people have the gratification of knowing that they made me upset or they hurt my feelings. So I try not to say anything.
Yeah, I think Kenny needs to take the advice that your mom
You think so?
that your mom has. I think
You think so?
I actually think he may actually need it like the most. I'm not gonna lie.
Gotta text that man Quavo.
My man Quavo, man. My man Quavo. So walk me through a day in the life of Snowy if there's a Torn League game on. So like from the morning.
hmm Well, that morning, I'll probably wake up. I'll take a shower. I shower every day because I have OCD. Get up, take a
Great.
shower, get out.
Great start. Great start.
Fucking, yeah. I probably maybe get food depending on my mood. I'll get food. Then I'll kind of just get ready and then usually I don't plan anything like the day of. Like if I have a match, I won't plan on doing anything. So it's gonna sound like I don't do shit, but like I do shit. But like that day I just won't if I have a match. And then I low key just kind of I just get on, I chill, I talk to my man, I shoot bots and I just listen to music realistically. Like I always listen to music before matches. I feel like it kind of just gets me locked in. And I get caffeine because I
Okay.
can't play without caffeine.
Are you in school or working or?
Yeah. No, I'm in school. I'm planning on going to college soon. For what? I don't know. I'm gonna figure it out. But I have to
Oh
get like some
no.
things done before I do that. I kind of want to go to school and be a medical technician, which
Okay.
is like those people that like hand surgeons like shit while they're in surgery. I kind of want to
Okay.
do
Yeah.
something like
Yeah.
that, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
But that's kind of also why I stream too, because I want to be able to save up money to be able to like afford that and stuff. And like,
Yeah.
I mean, I make a decent amount of money streaming to where it's like if I went and worked like a minimum wage job, I would be making pretty much the same thing. So it's like, why not do something I enjoy
Oh
while I'm
yeah.
doing school? You
Yeah.
know, because it's also more convenient because then I'm not like spending money on the car to be able to go and like, you know, uprooting like people in my house because I have to go and like doing all like it's just easier just to make the money streaming, go to school and do that than like to fucking, you know, do all this other stuff.
Yeah. I guess that kind of almost answers my last question. I was about to say, what is your end goal when it comes to competitive Call of Duty? Are you trying to be a content creator? Obviously, sounds like you're not trying to be a pro player, but you're trying to play for content. So like, what's the end goal for Snow? Like, what's gonna make the ultimate snow castle?
Um, Honestly, I wanna finish school and I just wanna stream and do content while I do that. And then if it takes off and then I don't have to finish, or not finish, but if I don't have to like continue to work in whatever I go to school for, then great, because I'm making the money streaming. That's perfect. But then if it doesn't work out, then I also have this other thing to like lean back on, or to fall back on, that I also enjoy. So I think realistically, like my end goal is I just want to move. I want to go live with my man and fucking get married, have some babies, and fucking make money and just chill. That's all I want. And I want to win the land. I want to win the land this year. Regardless of everything, I at least want to play at the land this year, and I at least want to win, because I know that competitive isn't going to be everything. So I want to at least have my experience in competitive end on like a high note, and win like a major like event. So that's like my big thing. But like the bigger picture, it's more of just I'm just kind of streaming for the fun of it and to make money and just kind of go with it. So
Is there like a COD champs for the for
Yep.
that? It's like at
They
the end
have
of the year.
Yeah, so they have like it works just like the CDL. So it's like they have like the pools for like the seeding matches, and then
Okay.
they get the seeds for the bracket, and then the match is played. I think because of funding, because it's kind of lack of funding right now, I think we're only gonna have one LAN, and it is gonna be like the LAN, like the champs LAN. So, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna try to get it at the same venue that the challengers event is going to be at. So like the Landford, so it's going to be like the female land champs and the challenger land champs like in the same venue. I think
Oh,
that's what's going to happen. I'm not 100% sure,
is it gonna be the
but
exact same like date as COD
maybe
champs in like LV?
I think so, based off of the things that I heard, and they had like a whole meeting and like announcement thing. I think based off of what I've heard, if I heard it right, that is the plan, but I don't know 100%. I know it's going to be around that time frame, and I think that's what they're going to try to do, but I'm not 100% sure.
Wow, it's gonna be lit down there. It's gonna be lit
I think
down
that'd be
there.
a lot of fun.
You have
Yeah,
the
that'd be a lot of
challengers
fun.
down there. You have the pros down there. You have the number one CDL ESPN analyst down there. Absolutely popping down there.
Yeah, you're gonna do like live interviews with people and stuff
Oh,
at the thing. You
I'll
should.
be
That'd be
there. I'm
fun.
gonna
Yeah,
have
you
a
should do that.
student tie, everything.
Yeah, you should do that. That'd be a lot of fun.
It's all coming there. I'll be there in ATL. I'll be there in Paris. I'll be there for champs for sure. All right. Well, thank you for your time.
Of course.
Absolutely
Of course.
appreciate the hour and a half that you gave me. Absolute pleasure. Is there any closing message that you have for anyone?
My closing message.
Or you just want to call anyone dog shit and like just leave it at that?
Okay, overall, with all of the experience that I have with streaming and playing competitive and dealing with so many different personalities, good and bad, I think that my best advice for anybody in the world is don't expect so much from people that crucified a perfect man. In terms of just be yourself, do your own thing. What makes you happy makes you happy. And if everybody loved you, then that means that you're not being your authentic self. So just be yourself, and don't let anybody make you feel less of yourself because they don't like you. So that would be like my closing thing. And just do what makes you happy. And just be kind. That's it. That's all I want. I just want everyone to be nice.
Beautiful. I mean, you're probably not gonna get that part, but it was a very nice message. Very nice message, though. All right, guys. Thank you guys everyone for tuning in. Like I said before, follow the show on Spotify. There's a lot of lurkers on there. I'm seeing the statistics. It's actually crazy. The amount of people that stream and download and follow is just not adding up, guys. Like, I mean, you guys have to get on that. But anyways, guys, this has been Burrito. Forgot my outro. There's a person watching me doing my outro in front of people is so weird. I don't know. I think this is my fifth time having a person on. I'm like, I don't even want to do my outro. I don't even care. But all right, guys, this has been Burrito. Au revoir, goodbye. We'll see you next time. Peace.